There's a lake so mysterious that when the moon rises above it, something strange happens. The moon's reflection and vanishes. No shimmer, no glow, no trace of light. Just darkness, as if the night itself swallowed it whole. Locals call it the lake where the moon disappears, a place where science, folklore, and fear blur together. Some say it's cursed. Others say it's magical. But all agree, once you see it for yourself, you'll never forget it. Welcome to a story where the sky and water meet in silence. The lake of vanishing light deep in the mountains of Meghalaya, India, lies Umiam Lake, a tranquil body of water that holds an unsettling secret. On most nights, the moonlight glimmers on its surface like silver fire. But on certain nights of the year, when the moon is full, its reflection disappears entirely. Fishermen who've spent their lives on the lake tell the same story. The moon rises, and the water turns black. No ripples, no sparkle, just a haunting stillness. Scientists have long debated the cause, some blame fog, others strange light refraction or volcanic minerals in the water. But the locals? They have a different explanation. The legend of the lost moon, according to an old Kasi legend. A celestial spirit once fell in love with the reflection of the moon in the lake. Night after night, she danced upon the water's surface, trying to touch that glowing orb of light. One night, overcome with longing, she reached too far, and the moon's reflection vanished beneath her fingertips. The moon, angered or saddened, no one knows which, refused to shine upon the lake ever again. From that night forward, whenever the moon reaches its brightest, its reflection hides from the lake, as if avoiding the gaze of its lost admirer. The first expeditions, in the 1970s, local researchers tried to study this strange phenomenon. They set up cameras, light sensors, and telescopes along the lake shore. The first night, perfect reflection. The second night, same. But on the third, during the full moon, the reflection vanished. The instruments recorded nothing unusual. No wind, no waves, just a sudden absence of reflected light. One scientist wrote in his journal, "The moon was there, I could see it above my head, but the lake below was dark, like a hole in the sky." To this day, no one has fully explained it. Other lakes with vanishing reflections. Strangely, Umiam isn't alone. In Bolivia, Laguna Colorada turns deep red at sunset, sometimes absorbing all light, reflecting nothing at all. In Iceland, ancient poets wrote of a black mirror lake that refused to reflect the northern lights. And in Japan, Lake Mashu is known as the Lake of the Gods, often so perfectly still and so mysterious that its surface becomes invisible beneath the mist. Across the world, humanity has always been haunted by the idea of reflections that vanish, as if nature itself chooses when to reveal or conceal its own beauty. The science? Behind the silence, modern physicists propose that the moon's reflection vanishes due to angle-dependent scattering, tiny particles suspended in the lake, as water redirecting the moonlight away from view. Others suggest that temperature inversions cause thin layers of air that bend light oddly, making it seem as if the moon's reflection simply fades. But even those who believe in science admit the precision, the timing, and the mystery of this event are uncanny. Sometimes the simplest explanation still feels like a fairy tale. The cursed theory. Not everyone believes it's science. Some say the lake is cursed. An old story tells of a moon-worshipping tribe that lived along its shores centuries ago. One night, they tried to capture the moon's reflection in a bowl of silver to trap its power. They succeeded for a moment, but the next morning, the entire tribe vanished. Since then, every time the moon tries to reflect upon the lake, it turns its face away, as if remembering what happened that night. Locals still avoid the lake during full moons. They say the air feels heavy, and whispers can be heard over the water. What it means to disappear, whether it's legend or physics. The lake where the moon disappears reminds us of something deeply human, our need to find meaning in mystery. It's a story about loss, reflection, and the beauty of not knowing everything. Maybe the moon hides its face not because it's angry, but because it's protecting a secret we're not meant to see. Somewhere tonight, far from cities and noise, a moon is rising over a silent lake. And as its light touches the water, it vanishes into darkness, leaving only the sound of the wind. Would you dare to visit the lake where the moon disappears? Tell us in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more haunting mysteries and forgotten legends from around the world. Because sometimes the most beautiful things aren't meant to be seen, only felt.